Hey there, and welcome back to the Moms Making Money podcast. Today, we are diving into one of the most common concerns that I hear from women who are thinking about becoming a pediatric sleep consultant. Is the market already too saturated for me to succeed? And let me tell you, I absolutely get this thought process. When I was starting out years ago, that same fear kept creeping into my mind. I would scroll through social media, see all of these successful sleep consultants, and think, how could there possibly be room for me? Or why would somebody choose to work with me over somebody else who's already established? If you have had that thought too, I want you to know that you are not alone. But today we are busting that myth and shifting the way that you think about this space. By the end of this episode, you will understand why the myth of saturation is just that, a myth, and why the reality is that there is actually incredible demand for compassionate, trusted sleep consultants. So grab your coffee and let's jump right in. Here's the thing, seeing established sleep consultants all over social media can be overwhelming. I know it might feel like everyone and their sister is already doing this work. But here's the truth, visibility is not the same as oversaturation. Just because you see a lot of sleep consultants online doesn't mean that the market is full. In fact, it's actually a good sign. It means that there is demand. People are actively seeking this service, and sleep consultants are helping families get the rest that they need. Let's take this to a bigger scale. Did you know that approximately 385,000 babies are born every single day around the world? That's over 10,000 babies born every single day in the United States alone. And spoiler alert, most of those babies are not sleeping through the night, even once they are developmentally ready to do so. And as you probably already know, becoming a parent does not automatically mean that you know what to do as a parent. There is a huge number of families who need guidance, families who are desperate for a solution, and more importantly, desperate for a trusted guide who actually cares about their outcome. This leads me to an important point. Parents are not just looking for generic advice from a random Instagram post. They are looking for someone who sees them, listens to their specific concerns, and provides a solution that works for their family. Someone who they can relate to, who makes them feel safe, and who is not judgmental. So let's talk about what parents are actually looking for when they hire a sleep consultant. They're not just hiring you for your tips or techniques, although those are important. They're hiring you because they need a partner, someone who will walk alongside them when they are exhausted and overwhelmed, someone who will listen without judgment and offer practical, actionable steps that are tailored to their unique family and situation. It is about connection. It is about care. It is about passion for supporting families. And this is where you have an incredible opportunity to stand out. Think about this. Imagine a mom who has had 3 sleepless months with her baby. She's tried everything she's read online. She thought that once she got through the newborn phase, her baby was going to automatically sleep through the night, and it's not happening. She has Googled until 3 a.m. She has scrolled through every parenting blog. She has read multiple sleep training books, and nothing is working. What she needs is someone who can step in, see her family's unique situation, and provide compassionate guidance. And that's where you come in. And let me tell you, there will always be parents who need that trusted source. Even the best book or sleep training blog post cannot replace the value of personalized care and support. You get to walk into their challenging situation with an expert outside perspective. After your certification training, you will be able to quickly assess, identify gaps that are leading to their sleepless days and nights, and create a solution just for them that will get them back their sleep and their sanity. Now, let's talk about something called frequency illusion. And you're probably like, what the heck are you talking about? This is a cognitive bias where your recent awareness of something makes you notice it more frequently. even if it's not actually appearing more often. Did you ever think about buying a specific car and now suddenly you see it on every single street corner? That is frequency illusion at work. The same thing happens whenever you are thinking about becoming a sleep consultant. Suddenly, it feels like sleep consultants and sleep training are popping up everywhere that you look. You hear people talking about it, you see it all over social media, and you start thinking, wow, this field is completely crowded. But here's the reality, the demand is there. What you're noticing now is just your brain actively seeking out what it is focused on. And once you recognize that, it becomes easier to shift your mindset and see the real opportunity in this space. As I mentioned in the beginning of this episode, the fact that there are successful sleep consultants and a lot of families hiring them means that there is demand for this work. For lack of better words, the proof is in the pudding. This is proof that families are looking for this support and that this support is needed. Another thing I always like to say on this topic is that other successful sleep consultants do not block your way to success, they lead the way. They are out there spreading the word about why sleep consulting is amazing, and they are helping this support become more known and more accepted. There's space for all of us to find our way and to build a successful business. Now, let's go back to that stat that I mentioned a little while ago. 10,000 babies born every single day in the United States alone. That is thousands of families who could benefit from the support of a compassionate, knowledgeable sleep consultant. And the thing is, not every family's needs are the same. This is where you can find your niche and make a real impact. Maybe you want to specialize in helping toddlers and older children. Or perhaps you have a heart for working with families of children with special needs. Or maybe you want to become the go to resource for your local community. No one else can bring your unique approach, your experience, and your voice to this work. And that is what makes this space so open for opportunity. So, how do you move forward despite the fear? First, shift your mindset. Instead of asking, is there room for me? Ask, how can I show up in a way that makes parents feel seen, heard, and supported? Here are a couple of practical tips to get you started. Number one, set small, actionable goals. Break down the goals that you have into bite sized pieces to build momentum. The first step is to just take the leap, it's to take action. We build confidence through doing, not through thinking about doing. Number two, connect with experienced sleep consultants. Build relationships and learn from those who have been where you are. In our student and graduate community, you get to work with all of our graduates. You also get to interact with myself and other mentors on a daily basis. And then number three, invest in training that includes both sleep education and marketing training. The right program will give you the skills and confidence that you need to succeed. Okay, so let's recap. The idea of market saturation is a myth. There is incredible demand for sleep consultants who care deeply about families and their outcomes. Parents are looking for trusted, compassionate guides, and there's always room for someone who shows up with heart and expertise. If this episode resonated with you and you are ready to take the next step, I would absolutely love to help you. The reality is, sleep education is just one part of the puzzle. Finding success in sleep consulting comes down to about 50% sleep expertise and 50% marketing expertise. You don't scratch that. You have to know how to market your business in order to find success. If families don't know that you exist, they can't hire you. That's why we have created a brand new workshop called Marketing for Sleep Consultants. This workshop is going to break down everything that you need to know about creating a successful business through simple marketing strategies. This is something that so many sleep consulting certification programs leave out, and it is critical to your success. You can head over to thecradlecoachacademy.com/workshop to register for free. And don't forget to join me next week for another episode of the Moms Making Money podcast. Thank you so much for being here. I do not take for granted the fact that your life is insanely busy and you took time out of your day to be here with me today. So thank you so much.